guys, who wants to do mess paint? I want to do mess paint. You want to do mess paint? Let's do a mess paint. Okay, look, palette knives, some brushes, paper towel, because I get messy. This is going to get messy. It always does. More paper towels. Maybe less will get on my arms this time. That would be nice. It's not going to happen, Oh, let's switch these around. I would put everything in the frame. That'd be nice. It's a little more interesting, at least for editing, Melissa. I find it a bit more interesting to see everything in frame. Shake up these paints. Now, look, this is cheap craft paint. Anybody can do this. Because look, that is cheap craft paint. You can get at Walmart. You can get it at Michael's. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. I'm based in the U.S., so those are the kind of places I could get it at. If you are somewhere else in the world, I'm not sure where else, what kind of stores are where you are that might have this kind of craft paint. But, to do some fun-looking artwork, you don't have to have super expensive supplies. You don't. You can do cool stuff with cheaper supplies. Let's start this. Heck yes. Oh, so excited. Yeah. See, look at that. Paint on me already. Hadn't even started the painting. Can't seem to help myself. I think we're going to go with some nice, fun baby pink and some green and... this is just going to be a neon kind of painting because that's just the mood I'm in. Have delightfully fun. I'm clearly not taking myself too seriously. That's not the point of these mess paints. The point of these mess paints are just to, make a mess and have a good time and, be present with myself, with my thoughts, painting for me can be quite meditative, and it's one of many, very, very many reasons why I paint. So, a little hair dryer, sometimes you want the acrylic to dry a little faster than it actually does. But it's a bit meditative to me, and one of the reasons why I do spend a lot of my free time painting. This is not my day job, I do something very unrelated for a living. But I do this for the love of painting, the love of itself. That I do it because I love to do it, and I kind of want to share it. I want to talk to you all about this. I want to mess paint with you, mess paint with me. Let's have a good time, okay? That's what I want to do this evening. Oh yeah, see, mess everywhere. Change out the water, change out the the paper towels, because it gets everywhere. It is what it is. I have so many pieces of clothing. No, why are we doing this? See, every time, just paint everywhere. Can't help myself. It's a mess paint. And so yeah, not taking myself too seriously, just having a nice little meditative time, being present with these beautifully bright colors and imagining some, if we had neon woods that were neon colors, what might that look like? What might a neon landscape look like? Oh, that might be a fun, more serious painting down the road. Or series of paintings down the road. Who am I kidding? I'm quite prolific with the painting. I make a lot of them because I'm clearly having a good time doing it. I feel a almost physical need to paint, to make art, to make things. I need to make things. And so I'm inviting you into my world where I make a lot of things. It's a lot of fun. And maybe somebody will get a little bit of an encouragement from this to try to paint a little bit. So I think it's I think a lot of people imagine painting as a very stressful thing to do, but it's quite the opposite. And I think the issue for a lot of people. Oh look! Oh, we're gonna change this again. Mess paint everywhere. Oh no 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 no! That head is not. See, I just cut out a whole bunch of film because that bothered me a lot. But painting is very, it's, if you know how to go into a painting with no expectations, I think you'll have a better outcome. And even if the outcome isn't better, you'll have a better time. And I think in a lot of cases, that's the whole point. Ooh, I got out the black. Yeah, let's make this a little more interesting. Because I'm sure I'm the only person at this point who can see that this is woods. Nobody else but me can see it. So, let's make this a little more easy to see. But this is a Liquitex heavy body black paint. And I keep it around specifically for stuff like this, where I just want to do something quick that is super deep in color. And yeah, it stands out. Sometimes you want something like this in your artist kit. You don't have to use it every time, but on occasion it becomes very important tool to have. Because I mean, this changes the entire feel of the painting within minutes just by adding a little bit of this deep, super dark black on top of these super bright neons. Look at that contrast. Isn't that fun? Oh, I'm having such a good time with this one. A little bit of black. Who am I kidding? There's already quite a bit of black on this canvas. I don't know if I've ever had a painting that only had a little bit of black. I don't think that's a thing for me. I like the contrast. It is important to how I see things. And I don't know if it's because I feel a very deep connection to very specific Renaissance paintings. I'm talking about Caravaggio. That's who I'm talking about. There's a word for it that I can never think of. I'm sure editing Melissa will put it on the screen. But there's a word for that stark contrast you find in those Caravaggio paintings of the light and the dark. And I find it very interesting to have that contrast, but in a modern way. I just find it a very interesting aspect. And of course I'm not taking myself too seriously. I'm not trying to be a Renaissance painter, okay? That's not what I'm doing. I'm mess painting. I'm having a good time. Oh, look. Again. Every time. Paint everywhere. I can't seem to help myself. Do I get any band babies with me? Because the background music, if anybody has recognized it, it's a very famous piece by Smetana, who, let's see, what is it called? It's called My Homeland. It's a very beautiful piece, and it always makes me think of walking through woods in a very happy manner and crossing by streams and spending time out in nature, which, was kind of the attention. So, very, very famous piece. See, isn't that just a delicious melody? If you're not careful, it's one of those ones that'll just stick in your brain and you can't get out. I spend a lot of time daydreaming and, well, not sitting and doing nothing and daydreaming, but, you know, going about the daily activities of life, and my mind wanders. I'm sure many other people's does too. Um, I'm sure there are lots of people out there with very active minds, but mine, it goes pretty often to daydreams of other landscapes, other places, other homelands. And so this music feels very, very right to me for this particular mess paint. At this time, I was daydreaming about a neon landscape, some neon woods, maybe a candy forest, and all sorts of things. See, that paintbrush was misbehaving. I had to tell it. But it's just other kinds of atmospheres, other kinds of ways of living, other homelands. I kind of enjoy that kind of stuff. And not specifically, not because I don't enjoy where I live. I do. I really do. It's just, I find it a very interesting activity to imagine what other places are like. Because, strangely, it makes you better aware of your current location, your current place, your current society. It helps you to understand those sorts of things if you also think about the differences in other places. And I will always love doing these half plein air paintings, half not. It's part of my comfort zone. These mess paints are comfort paintings to me. Just like comfort food, well, this is comfort art for me. And there's such a delight in the strangeness of things that don't really exist. The delight in that creativity. That's what I like, and that's what I want to spend more time doing. I'm sure there's somebody else out there too who'd like this kind of thing. I know it's not just me. I started this channel so I could talk to y'all about this kind of stuff. Creating art by the nature of itself is a very singular activity. You very rarely do it with anybody else. It's, you and your paint, your canvas, and your ideas, and not really much anything else. This is a way for me to change that. So, please, mess paint with me. Let's have a good time. And if you're not a painter, that's okay. Maybe we just want to hang out. And sadly, we're running towards the end of this painting, so I don't really have enough time to start a new story. You'll have to come back for another paint with me session if you want a new story, okay? So, I'm just happier here. I'm happier on this journey with me. Let's have a good time getting paint all over our arms and everywhere else. Can't seem to help it. Then we're going to clean up everything because, after you make a mess, it's just polite to clean up after yourself. And there she is. Thank you guys. And if you guys had a good time with me today, please subscribe, like this video. Let's have a good time, okay? Thank you.